Hey everyone, it's Kenna Hitalia, aka Skylar Fujimori, aka Fiona, and today it's a new story time, and there's gonna be loving in this one, and I'm gonna be reading "She Will Be Mine," an Eddie Gluskin ex-reader from The Whistleblower, Part 2. And it's by the Angry Overlord, and there will be some smut and lemon. So, yeah.
Why?
Shut up, Neyllaco. You're not in this.
What is it?
Eddie Gluskin, ex-reader.
For what?
Eddie Gluskin.
And?
Yeah, reader.
Yes.
It's the next reader.
Why?
What?
I don't even know him.
Dude, I've read the book like twice.
That's not a book. It's a game.
It's not a game.
It's a game.
It's a book.
It's a game.
The book I'm reading it's She Will Be Mine, idiot.
It's a game.
I know.
Yeah.
I watched freaking PewDiePie do it.
He's a psychopath who kills women.
Yeah, but there'll be some smut
in
the book.
Oh my god.
My gosh. Okay.
Drowned her.
Oh my gosh, kill her, someone do it.
And I'm with Neyllaco and
My name's
Fal-
not Neyllaco's Chen now.
Panda Chan.
Ever.
Panda Chan and Blue Falcon, I think?
It's Falcon.
Blue Falcon, aka freaking Fabulous French Pervert.
That's right, dude.
You're not French. You're German.
And pervert's not French.
No.
And my name is French, man.
French man, you're French.
Okay, so, yeah. Yep. Let's do it. Chapter 1. My legs were burning from running too much. My hands sweaty as I fear for dropping the camcorder in my grasp. I jump over obstacles trying to outrun the squirrely cannibal that wanted to eat my head. I leaped over a table and took cover in a room with sewing equipment.
Oh, that's where you meet Eddie.
Yeah. Frank pounded the door while you used all your body to put the weight to keep it shut. He growled like an. Hold on, I gotta reread that sentence. Frank pounded the door while I used all my body weight to keep it shut. He growled like an animal and clawed at the glass. No. Grah! He howled.
You have no grammar today.
I know. He howled, running off. I sighed in relief when he disappeared around the corner. I locked the door and slumped against it, taking a breath. I looked around the filthy room. Why would Murkoff keep sewing equipment? They don't need making clothes. I turned on my camera, make sure to use night vision since it was hella dark in there, and documented everything I saw. There was a sudden cloud that came from farther down the room, echoing off the walls. My heart sped up as I prayed to God that Frank hadn't found a way in. Well, there's no use sitting there wondering. I picked up a nearby battery and walked in the direction of the noise. You started to hear a faint music in the distance. I started to hear faint music in the distance, old music. I casually continued throughout the room. My heart beat like a million miles a minute. I walked into a bloody room, which was semi-dark, but I was able to make out a table and a tray next to it containing an array of various surgeon tools. I walked further into the room, and something hit your face. Something soft, wet, and sticky.
Me and Tasha stared at each other when you said that.
I know.
Okay. Hard, wet, sticky with white.
I stepped back and turned on night vision on the camera, bringing it up to my face to see there were several dismembered limbs hanging from the ceiling. I dropped my camera and covered my mouth, trying not to scream or vomit.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes, you know that thing's gonna be in your mouth soon.
It didn't work. I hunched over and wrenched violently. When I finished, I grunted and wiped my lips. You heard a door creak open somewhere, and her. I don't know how to say that, but I can't pronounce
Wow. Wow.
Wow, your grandma's horrible. See how horrible she is with her grammar? Oh my god, even I think the viewers can even read it.
that. Yeah.
So
A
sorry.
harmonious voice singing a sweet tune. I froze and stood in the shadows next to the doorway, listening.
Don't mind me.
I gotta sing this part. Damn it. When I was a boy, my mother often said to me,
When I was a boy, my mother often said to me, "When you get a girlfriend, fuck her in the ass."
Damn, dude, your mom is so cool.
"Get married, son, and see how happy you'll be." I looked all over, but no girl I can find who seems to be just the little girl I had in my mind. I will have to look around until I found until the right one I found. I mean, I walked out into a single light in the center of the room, dragging a naked body with
What?
him.
I was dragging a naked body.
With him.
Yeah. Well, you know what happened, you know?
Yeah.
Right? You know what happened?
Yeah.
In that room with a naked body, that's a man and a man carrying the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah.
Guess what happened, Princess?
What?
Guess what happened?
What do you mean?
A man that was carrying a body, a naked body, and it's a guy.
I know what happened. Show me the freaking video.
Okay. The man had black hair that was shaved at the sides of his head, with multiple scars adorning his face. His eyes were a beautiful bright blue.
That's
However,
your fusion?
huh?
That's
No
your
more
fusion?
fusion.
That's your fusion?
No, it's not fusion.
They're doing
That's your fusion
It's
buddy?
different.
Steven Universe.
That's his fusion buddy?
However, a blood vein was in one of his head has burst,
Is that your fusion
and
buddy?
the
No.
white part of his eye was crimson.
It was your
The
character.
other eye
What
was the
you
same,
see
but
in
only
front
half of
is
it
not-
was bloody. The other half was
not
bloodshot.
bloody.
He had a darkness to seem to be stitched together with random patches of cloth, and a bow tie which was also covered in blood. The man didn't seem to notice you, so you just stood where you were, and kept completely still. Your whole body was shaking with fear. Wait, fuck. The man didn't seem to notice me, so I stood there, where I was.
I was gonna be fused with you, but since you don't want to,
And
fine.
keep completely still. My whole body was shaking with fear. The man
You don't
hummed
know her.
with a content smile on his face as he worked, only pausing and grunt between his song,
She's
while
a
he
white
pulled
gem.
the other man onto the table.
She's a white gem.
He pulled on a pair of black gloves
But not a white
and
saffron.
strapped the limp body to the table,
It's like
which
pearl.
I just noticed
Actually, not
has
really
a bust
like a
on
pearl,
it,
but looks like a diamond.
and
But not a diamond.
between the poor guy's legs. The man on the table groaned and shifted, then started to thrash when he saw he was strapped to a table. The crazy man rushed to his side and shushed him. "Hush now, darling. Don't fret. I'm making some slight changes. It'll be over soon." The man prepared to start the whistle, then stopped again. I've been waiting. I've been a little vulgar, you know? I know. I want to say I'm sorry. I just, you know how a man gets when he wants to know a woman. But after someone, when I made an honest woman of you, I promise I'll be a different man.
Yeah, right.
Shush. Woman? I blinked in confusion, but the guy on the table is obviously a man. What a weirdo. Well, this is an insane asylum. People crazy are to be expected.
That's what they said.
Whatever.
That's what she said.
That's when the crazy man started the buzzsaw, making the other man squirm and beg for his life. The crazy man simply ignored him and pushed the guy's member towards the deadly blade until the saw hacked the genital in half. The poor man screamed in agony as I stood by and watched helplessly, wishing I could help, but my legs were frozen in place.
I want to hear how this happened.
Maybe you die.
Yeah.
I hope so.
The crazy man rubbed his temple. Darling, I need you to try to bleed less. I know the 5 or 6 often endures the same wounds with more suffering, but you really need to make an effort. The victim simply howled in pain with his member gushed blood. You felt a tear in your eye, and I felt a tear in my eyes as I watched the man suffer. But I couldn't.
I don't see any tears in your eyes. You're just laughing. You just laughed. Oh, bastard.
Sorry, it was a joke.
That's just a joke.
But I couldn't.
Yeah, don't
I
laugh
couldn't.
at a joke.
I just couldn't move for some reason. Glamour. Ah!
Let me read.
No.
I want to read.
Fine.
Look.
No.
Look.
There.
Where?
Right here.
The crazy man sighed somberly. No, I'm so sorry, darling.
Oh wait, no. The crazy man.
The crazy man got frustrated and slammed the man's head in the buzzsaw, instantly silencing him with a deathly crunch and a squelching sound. You covered your mouth, trying not to whimper in fear and grief. The crazy man sighed somberly. No, I'm so sorry, darling. Love isn't for everybody. Then he pushed a lifeless body off the table and dusted off his pants, smearing blood on there. The man stopped, his back facing you, and tilted his head, as if he were listening to something. That was your cue to leave. You started creeping backwards, believing for a moment that you would make a clean getaway, when your foot got caught in a crack in the ground, making you fall on your bum and let out a loud grunt. Ah, the man's voice barked. I thought I smelled something. Ew, are you stinky? You gasped and struggled to free your foot as you heard footsteps nearing towards you. Too late. The man grabbed your arm and with one swift yank, pulled you to your feet and freed your foot. You then tried to get your arm from the man's hold, but he held it up high, making you stand on your tiptoes and get closer to his handsome face. That you could run off on me, eh, darling? He said, tightening his grip on your arm. I would have found you anyways. I always will. You go.
Let go.
You huffed, pushing against his shoulder in an attempt to free your arm. Oh no, darling. You forgot that we have to make wedding preparations, he said, grabbing your hand and leading you into the buzzsaw room.
What wedding? I just met you.
You fussed, dragging your heels against the concrete floor. The man stopped and turned to you with a confused face. We've met before, haven't we?
Huh?
You said dumbly. Eddie Gluskin, you must remember, he said, looking slightly hurt. Then it clicked. You remembered him, the cords, the experiments. You saw everything. You shook the memory from your mind and nodded your head slowly.
I do remember you.
You said.
I want to read.
Oh, wonderful.
After.
No.
Okay, then you do, Eddie. Right
No,
here. Right
you
here.
do.
Right here.
Oh, wonderful. I knew you wouldn't forget my
We'll do
name.
both together.
You have a very insightful memory, darling. Eddie smiled, leading you to the table. Come along, I just have to fuse nip here and there, and then you'll be beautiful.
What?
You squeaked when he grabbed you by the waist and placed you on the table. You squirmed against him as he tempted you to lie you down. You then kicked him in the groin and jumped off the table, picking up the camcorder from the door off the floor on your way out. You heard the man growl in pain and several things clashing the floor before you heard footsteps running after you. You ran to the door and burst through, running down the hallways. Darling, come back here! Eddie yelled after you. That's my voice for Eddie now.
Yeah.
You pushed your legs to go faster as you made your way.
English.
I'm trying to go Scottish.
Oh.
Anyway, your way into a room full of lockers big enough for you to hide in. You scrambled into one and held your breath. Through the cracks in the metal, you watched the door in anticipation. Just when you thought you had lost him, the door creaked open and Eddie stepped inside, closing and locking the door behind him. You could try to control your heavy breathing as you watched him walk out the room.
Wait.
About the room.
Stop. Okay. 1451.
Uh,
Alright.
Um,
Okay.
This is part one of You'll...
Darling, he said.